Hello friend, so we've got to talk. It has been far too long, and do you know what? I was going to have a break at Christmas for about a week over the Christmas break, but then it sort of turned into a 3-week break from filming videos, and I feel terrible because I love keeping up to date with you and hanging out and sharing thoughts and things that are going on in my life on a regular basis, but I clearly haven't done that, so I'm sorry about that. But I really just felt prompted to grab out the camera and have a chat to you about something that I have been thinking a lot about over the last few days, and something that I've been really challenged about as well. So the other day I was doing an Instagram live. Now some of you will know that I run an account called She Is Light, and it is all about providing tools and resources to help young women live life with purpose. So I was doing an Instagram live on there, and it was really fun, and afterwards I was talking to one of my friends who actually lives on the other side of the world in Houston. She's an amazing friend in online business. And she was sharing all these different behind the scenes sort of things of her business on Instagram stories, and sharing stuff about how far she'd come in the last year, and sharing little snippets of her videos from a year ago, which I thought was so cool. And I said to her, "You're so brave to share all of those sorts of things. I think it's really great. You're just so honest and real with people." And I said, "I wish I could do that." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I do that on She Is Light, and I share whatever there. I don't mind doing that, but I really have held myself back from sharing that sort of stuff on my other account, which is just my personal account where I share my life, and that's at Elise_Hodge if you want to go and follow me there." But I said, "Yeah, I'm really struggling with sharing that there." And she's like, "Why are you struggling with that? We need to get past this because your message is too important not to share there." And I said, "I'm afraid that my friends will think I'm silly." Honestly, that's what I said. "But my friends will think I'm silly." "Okay, Lise." And she's like, "Really? Is that what makes you really frustrated? Is that what really gets under your skin, that your friends will think you're silly?" And she's like, "Tell me more about it. Like, how do you actually feel?" I said, "I'm worried that my friends will think that I'm stupid, that I am unqualified, and that I don't really have anything important to say, and that I'm annoying." I was like, "I'm worried that people will think I'm annoying." And she's like, "That's not good enough. We need to move past this." And I'm like, "I do need to move past this." And I said, "I think, you know what? I have been held back for so long about the my fear of what other people will think about me." And that doesn't just apply to sharing stuff on Instagram stories, like sharing these sorts of messages that I do on YouTube and on She Is Light. It doesn't apply to just that. But I realized that this is actually a bigger theme in my life, where I have made decisions actually based off my fear of what other people will think, or I have held myself back from doing things that I wanted to do because I've been worried about what other people will think, whether that is starting a particular business, whether that is pursuing a particular career path when I finish school, things that I wanted to do. I'll tell you something, like, we're getting really deep and vulnerable here, you guys, but honestly, when I was in high school, so ever since I was young and in primary school, I wanted to do acting. I did acting in primary school and was a part of the musicals and choirs and all those sorts of things. And since I was like 10 years old, I said, I want to do acting, I want to be an actress, I want to do that after school. And I know people think that's so silly because, you know, it's so hard to get into that field. I get it, I know it, and I knew that, and I feel like even kids know that. I did well in it, and I actually topped my class at the end of grade 12. And I remember just wanting to do that, and I went to a careers advisor when I was in grade 10, and I said to her, she said, "Okay, so what do you want to do?" And they sort of look at what you should do after school, and I said, "I want to do acting, and I don't know how, but I want to do something in that field." And she said, "Well, that's silly. There's not really any job prospects in acting, and that's a really hard field to get into. So what else do you want to do?" And she literally said that in like one sentence, and as a 15-year-old, my dreams honestly were crushed in that one sentence from that lady who I really didn't even know. But I just thought, that's crazy. It was so hard for me as a teenager to even bring myself to say that and like to name our dreams. I think it can be so hard to say, "Hey, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that," because we're already insecure of, you know, worried about rejection and being put down by others. But to even be brave enough to say, "I want to do this, please help me," especially when someone's meant to be able to help you, and then to have that shut down is really hard. And I think, and I remember back to that time in my life, and I think that we all have those times in our lives where maybe we have come out and said, "This is what I want to do," and it's just been shut down, and then we've just buried that away in our heart, or we've completely forgotten about it, or sort of thought, "Oh yeah, that's a silly idea, I won't do that." So that was an experience for me, and realizing this the other day, and just this one simple thing of going, I want to share this sort of stuff on Instagram, I want to share this real life thoughts, my feelings, I want to just share all the things, whatever I want to share, and feel free to do that. But then feeling worried about what my friends would think it just reminded me so much of that experience of when I was in high school and I wanted to pursue this particular career path, but I was shut down. And I guess it just reminded me that in my life, I have made decisions or not made decisions because I've been worried about what people will think about me. And I know that I'm not the only one. So I jumped on Instagram stories after I was talking to my friend and I said, this is what's going on. And I just need to get this out there. And I filmed a few videos and I actually was so nervous. I'm so much more comfortable talking in front of this camera to you guys, probably because a lot of you don't actually know me personally and I find it so much easier to talk to strangers on the internet. I know that's pathetic, so I'm getting better at this. But I did a video and I said I want to share more real life stuff and just honest things and thoughts and feelings, and I want to be able to encourage you as well and share my experiences, but I'm honestly afraid of what you'll think about me. And I said though exactly what I've just said to you. I said that I was worried. I'm worried about what people think about me. I'm especially worried about what my friends will think about me and the people closest to me, because I think they're the people who can hurt us the most. I think that's why we get worried about that. And I said, you know what, I am going to do this anyway, even though I'm totally uncomfortable. This is out of my comfort zone. But this year, I am committed to doing things like that that are out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I shared it. And that's what I said. I said, please let me know, you know, DM me or whatever, message me if you can relate or if you want to share your experiences. And I think I had something like 50 plus people message me. People I knew and people I didn't know, but 50 plus people messaged me in a couple of hours saying, yes, me too. And I've never had that many people message me on that account before about anything. And they were all saying, me too, me too, me too. I know what you mean. I am afraid too. I am afraid of what people think about me and therefore I haven't done things either. And I was like, wow. There is so much power in actually sharing what we're struggling with. I'm not talking about your deepest, darkest secrets that shouldn't be aired to the world, but there can be so much power in actually naming things and going, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. I'm actually afraid, and calling it out there, because so often there are so many other people who are also afraid and going through the same thing. And them hearing that you're going through that can just be the encouragement that they need to jump out as well and to step out of their comfort zone and do something uncomfortable and to do something even though they're afraid of what other people may think. And I've had a few questions since then from people saying, how do I do things if I'm afraid? And what I've really learned, especially in doing just a few Instagram stories, so basic, right? But in just facing that one fear of mine to share, even though I was afraid of what other people thought of me, my one piece of advice really is to do it afraid. People are like, I'm afraid, so how do I do it? I'm like, girl, I am afraid all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know, I am uncomfortable. I may not look it, but sometimes I am really uncomfortable and I'm doing these things even though it makes me uncomfortable, even though I'm afraid of what people will say, but I'm doing it anyway because I know that that's what I need to do. And the truth is that the more you do something, even when you are doing it afraid, the less scary it becomes. So the last few days I shared some more things and now I feel excited. I've come to this point and it's not necessarily going to be easy, but I feel excited to share that real and to share that honest talk and feelings and a few tears, whatever, if that will just help and encourage someone else. Like, it is personal growth for me, but if that encourages someone else and they can say, yes, me too, thank you for sharing a bit of your story, no matter how small or big it is, then I think that that is worth it. So my whole point of filming this video is, yeah, just to encourage you to share those things that I'm working on. And I want you to hold me accountable to it, to being vulnerable and open, especially on that personal Instagram account, which may sound ridiculous to you, but it's part of getting over my fear of worrying about what my friends will think about me, which I think so many of you probably deal with too. But maybe you're dealing with that, or maybe you're actually worried about something else. But I just want to ask you, what is holding you back from doing the things that you want to do? Because actually ask yourself, maybe you want to start a blog, maybe you want to start a business, maybe you've been wanting to pick up photography, but you're worried that the cool photographers will think that you are so amateur and pathetic for even trying, you know. And maybe you want to do travel blogging, but you think that, you know, people will think that you're silly. Maybe you want to start playing an instrument or getting singing lessons, but you think that people will think, oh, who's she to do that? Like, who does she think she is? Maybe you want to study engineering at university, but you're worried that your sister or your brother don't think you're smart enough. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be something for you that's holding you back. And I just encourage you to, gosh, do it even if you're afraid, because friend, it is so worth it. And I am with you, and we're going to get uncomfortable this year and we're going to step out of our comfort zones. And in that is going to be so much personal growth. I'm excited about it. I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm excited for you too. So what I want you to do right now is to comment below. Please, please, please do not leave this video without commenting. I want you to tell me one thing that you're going to do this year that is going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, or one thing you're going to commit to doing that is uncomfortable for you, but that is going to bring about so much personal growth. And also, if you feel like it, share something below maybe that you're struggling with. Maybe like me, you're saying, yes, Elise, me too, I've struggled with doing stuff because I'm worried about what people think about me. And if that's true, tell me, because I get it and I want to encourage you in that too. So yes. Thank you for listening to my random chat this afternoon. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and tag your friends or share the video with a friend if you think it'd be helpful for them. And of course, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing, because that means that you'll be updated about future videos. But thank you for listening, and I will see you later.